here I found Klaus from Zoink Games showing off their latest game, Zombie Viking. Klaus, can you tell us a bit about what you brought out to PAX East, what this game's about, what players can expect from your new game?
Yeah, I mean, since we did Stick It to the Man last year, we wanted to try to do something new. And so this time we're trying to do a brawler, kind of classic brawler, but we're trying to put in all the humor and the character design and sort of the adventures that we had in our previous game into this. So we sort of a fun, call it a hack venture.
Right. So this isn't your typical brawler. I just had a playthrough with you and a few others, so there's up to 4 players. And you've added a lot of creative element. Like, so these are zombies, so technically they... Can you die in this game?
No, actually you could die. If everybody got their heads chopped off, there's nobody who can reassemble them, then you'll basically die.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So just to give a little bit more like a background of what was going on, basically when you die, you lose your head, but then another player can go around, poke your head, and use it around as you're puking on enemies, so you're still a weapon in death.
Yeah, that's right.
Where'd that idea come from?
I don't know, we just sat, goofing around, trying to figure out what was actually fun about already being dead, what would happen if you chop different body parts off. I mean, we had a ton of ideas, there was a lot of things we couldn't do, but this we could actually do, so this was fun, yeah.
And even when you're not dead, like when you're your whole body, you can still stick your friend and use them.
Exactly.
So can you explain kind of how that works? You were telling me that you can combine into like a super zombie or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, one thing, there's a spell that you can throw that basically we all go into this kind of light, and we can then hit the square button, we basically merge and we sew each other basically into one giant, sew each other into one giant zombie. And so you can get one arm, I get one arm, one gets a leg, and one gets a head to actually shoot like little bullets out of it. Yeah, and if you're unlucky, the 4th player just gets a drum.
And what does he do? He just bangs drums?
That's it. Yeah.
So he's just keeping the beat.
Yeah, exactly.
That can still be kind of fun.
It's the bad part of it, But it's kind of fun.
But you made that intentional.
Oh, yeah,
if it was so bad, I'm guessing you would just put a drum.
Yeah.
So what are these zombies doing? Obviously, it's more than just zombies out fighting, right? You were saying that there's a quest for these zombies.
Yeah, so it kind of simply starts out with Odin, who only has one eye usually. And Loki comes up and actually stabs his eye and runs off with the other eye because they're sort of, fighting each other all the time, So Odin, who's like not at all powerful, actually asks Thor to go out and get them, but Thor is kind of like a brat and he doesn't want to do that. So he's got to do everything by himself. So he raises 4 zombies and sends you out on a mission to basically get the eye back. But then as you play it, you find out a lot more story about each character, what happened to them before they were, what were they before they actually became zombies,
So you're giving them a whole backstory to explore.
Yeah. This huge story, yeah. For example, we got 4 characters. One is called Sigurd. He's like a squid mixed with a octopus. He's basically he's a character mixed with an octopus,
Right.
So he has a little cute character inside his stomach called Inky Pinky.
So you're encouraging players on their couch to actually work together instead of fighting each other what we would do in most games.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And now to keep the game fresh, I'm seeing here on the screen that there are coins underneath each of the players, and you were telling me that's kind of a currency for upgrades, right?
Right, so there's different upgrades, yeah. We found it was really fun to just create a lot of silly swords. So we have a ton of different swords that does different kind of things. Like, for example, if you stab your friend, it might heal him. We also have something called runes, and the runes can be applied to a character. For example, it doesn't normally have double jump, so they can get double jump, or it can be like Kaka, who can fly. She can actually pick a friend up with her and throw him down like that, So different runes does different magical things.
And is that all optional? Like, could you beat the game without any runes, or?
Yeah, no, it's just optional, basically, yeah. Okay. It's kind of like also trying to mix and match what's good for you and what you like to have in your team, basically. Yeah.
And so you were saying you're almost ready to release this game, right? When is the release date?
It's July this year. Yeah.
And on which platforms?
So we're releasing it on PlayStation 4 and Steam first, and then we hope to really release it on Wii U and Xbox One a few months after.
So still in 2015 are your plans for Wii U and Xbox?
Yeah, that's the plan, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for taking the time out, Klaus, to show the new game. It looks great. I had a lot of fun. Definitely check it out when it hits stores later this year. Thanks again for your time.